àsìkò ti tó ètò kan best of traditional wedding gbogbo lólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ ń retí rẹ̀ èyí best of traditional wedding ẹ̀bùn lóríṣiríṣi mẹ́lẹ̀ kì í ṣèwé best of traditional wedding kí lorúkọ ètò náà best of traditional wedding ètò ìgbéyàwó tó pọ̀ nílọ́gbọ́n best of traditional wedding. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Ètò best of traditional wedding ló lọ lọ́wọ́. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Best of traditional wedding ètò ìgbéyàwó tó pọ̀ nílọ́gbọ́n best of traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram, every Tuesday on Facebook, 6 p.m. UK time, every Tuesday on Facebook. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún ni lóye, best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún ni lóye, best of
traditional weddings. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí, ẹ̀yin tèmi ní lóko lẹ́yìn òde. Mo kára lé, mo kérò ọ̀nà, mo kọ́kùnrin, mo kóbìnrin, mo kọ́mọdé, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí àgbàlagbà wípé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Lórí ètò ètò yín, ètò kan náà tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí ètò ìgbéyàwó. Let's talk traditional weddings and more with Bùnmi the Royals. Àmọ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa kó tó di pé aṣọ nǹkan lórí ètò yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa. Ṣé àìpé yẹ ká júbà ọba kọ́dá ayé, ọba ṣẹ̀dá ọ̀run, ọba lánàá, ọba lẹ́ni, ọba títa ìra ikọ̀rin kése, ẹlẹ́bùrú ìkẹ́, ọba tó tó gbagbá sùn lọ́yẹ́, ọba tó nípa tó kọ̀ tí ò pani tó ṣe pé ṣe ló ń pani mọ́ adúpẹ́dúpẹ́ nítorí pé lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá ìgbà tá a wá sórí ètò yìí tá a lọ adágbére a ní à ń lọ káàbọ̀ ẹ ti ń jẹ́ kó ṣeé ṣe fún wa láti wá lẹ́ni láyé láàyè àti láyé rere. Father Lord, we give you praise. Ògo èèyàn ńlá ní forúkọ mímọ́ yín. Mo tún fàṣìkò náà dúpẹ́ lọ́gbọ́ àwọn èèyàn bíi ènìyàn béèyàn tí wọ́n ti darapọ̀ mọ́ lórí ètò yìí. Thank you so much everybody for joining me already on this show. Also, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate the amazing sponsors. Àwọn tí wọ́n ṣagbátẹrù ètò yìí ká pàjùlọ iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Dress and Laces, iléeṣẹ́ tó tó gbangba sọ̀rọ̀ yìí níbi tó ti ń taṣọ ìyàwó, tìyá ìyàwó lẹ́fẹ́ ni, tọ́mọ ìyàwó lẹ́fẹ́ ni, aṣọ ọkùnrin lẹ́fẹ́ tóbi ni ó wà ní iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Dress and Laces. Kódà wọ́n ta ìgbà ọwọ́, wọ́n ta ago, wọ́n tẹ̀ gbà ọrùn. Iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Dress and Laces, iléeṣẹ́ náà ní jóná ọwọ́ yẹn àmàròkè. Mo tún fàṣì pé náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ Laser Fabrics all the way from Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you Celebration International Magazine. If you want an event on the magazine, e-magazine or paper magazine, contact Celebration International Magazine by Babs. Thank you so much First Rate Global because Ibrahim Raleigh Kale in Nigeria. If you want authentic people that can help you get your property, that your property will not be demolished. Don't go and get property from people that will put you in a danger of, all these things. We are not, attacking people that are in this predicament. But please, if you want people that are authentic to help you get your land and help you build your house in Nigeria, especially in Ogun State, Remo, Shagamu area, please contact the amazing First Rate Global. They are good at what they do. Ilé mo ṣe máa sọ lọ́sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ Olúwabùnmi lèmi ń jẹ́ aya Òṣìbẹ̀rù tí gbogbo ayé mọ̀ sí Bùnmi the Royals, alága ìdúró, alága ìjókòó, MC, event planner, event organizer, olóòtú ètò ìgbéyàwó with godly swagger. I really want to appreciate you, these amazing people that are already on the show. Yay, Gift Ola, thank you so much. That's my celebrity star. Hey, you people, watch out for Gift Ola. I'm telling you. Burna Boy, Kireli, Biti Boy in law. I'm telling you. Gift Ola, if you have not followed him, please follow him. He's a superstar. He's an Afrobeat artist and he's doing amazingly well. He's going to shut down the 802 Arena very soon. M1 event, thank you so much for joining me. She said, beautiful mama always. Oh, thank you. Boss lady, yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Please, people, it's a Tuesday afternoon. Some people are still at work. Some are on their way from work. Some people have forgotten about the show. Please do me a favor, remind people, share, click on the share button and remind people about the show because the topic we are treating tonight is so amazing. Also, I want to remind you, it's so easy to get this book now. People are messaging me and they're asking me, if you want to get a copy of your book, how do we get posted? Even if you are in America, you are in London, you are in England, you are in Scotland, you are in Italy, you are anywhere, just go to Amazon Prime, or I've got a list of in fact, Google it. If you put it on Google, The Evolution of Nigerian Traditional Weddings by Oluwabumi Oshiberu. It's going to come up to you and show you all the places where you can order the book. It's just for £10 for the paperback, and it's just £4.99 for the Kindle. they will deliver to your doorstep the following day. In fact, within the next 24 to 28 hours. So those of you that are asking me, how do we pay for delivery? If you're on Amazon Prime, it's free delivery. Next day, in fact, somebody ordered it on a Saturday and it was delivered on a Sunday. Can you imagine? They got it on a Sunday. So please go to Amazon Prime or any of the ebook platforms. You can use it as a gift to newly married couples, young people that are intending to get married that don't understand our culture and tradition. You can use it as a gift for them. God bless you. Also tonight, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate someone really, really special. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, whether we believe it or not, tonight, hey, in Gresham, in my area, in my borough, we are celebrating our new mayor. Hey, and guess what? Our mayor happens to be a Nigerian man and a Yoruba man. He's going to be sworn in tonight as the new mayor. We really celebrate you, Councillor Daniel Adewale King. Ladies and gentlemen, just appreciate this man for me. He's doing a great job in my area. Councillor Daniel Adewale King, we celebrate you as your as you resume your post as a mayor of Gresham Borough Council in Kent today. We really congratulate you and we really appreciate you for all that you're doing in our community, and thank you for putting a good representation of a Nigerian Yoruba man out there, against all odds. Some people are actually embarrassing us all over the world, but you are doing us proud, sir. And we are so proud of you. Congratulations again, Councillor Daniel Adewale King, as you become the mayor of Gresham Borough Council today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to waste too much time today, because as soon as I finish from here, I'm joining. Hey, they're going to celebrate our mayor tonight. So I'll be so quick on the show. So because of that, let's quickly go to Eto Igbeyawo Babatia. Thank you so much, ma'am. Please, people, share the show, share. Let's remind people that the show has started. And as we do that, let's quickly go to our, let's introduce our topic. And we know as we do that, we will just go to our music so that we can. If you're on YouTube, thank you so much. If you're on Facebook, thank you so much. But I can only see people on Instagram commenting. The moment people comment, I can see who is there. Please, if you're on Facebook or Instagram, please comment so I can acknowledge you and appreciate you. God bless you. So, let's go to our topic. And before we go to our topic, we know we always like to go with music. God bless you guys. Hey. Mide also ordered a book. Hey, she now has one. Thank you so much. Yeah, Mide. Hey, iya mi ma ṣe rere, gbàdúrà fún mi. Bàbá mi ma ṣe rere, gbàdúrà fún mi. Ọmọdé bá hùwà burúkú, wọ́n ní ìyá rẹ̀ ló kọ́. Ọmọdé bá hùwà burúkú, wọ́n ní bàbá rẹ̀ ló kọ́. Ìyá mi fọ̀nà tó dá omi láyé. Bàbá mi fi wá tó dá omi láyé. Ayé tí mo wà yìí kò máa yé mi o. Èyí ni Ọlọ́run kejì mi láàyè. Ó yá, come on. Ìyá mi ẹ ṣeun rere, ìwà dára. Bàbá wa ẹ ṣeun rere, ìwà dára. Ìyá mi máa ṣeun rere, gbàdúrà fún mi. Bàbá mi máa ṣeun rere, gbàdúrà fún mi. Ọmọdé bá hùwà burúkú, wọ́n ní ìyá rẹ̀ ló kọ́. Ọmọdé bá hùwà burúkú, wọ́n ní bàbá rẹ̀ ló kọ́. Ìyá mi fọ̀nà tó dá ọ̀rọ̀ mi láyé. Bàbá mi fi wá tó dá ọ̀rọ̀ mi láyé. Ayé tí mo wà yìí kò máa yé mi o. Èyí ni Ọlọ́run kejì mi láàyè. Okay, people, let's just put on hold. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me, for celebrating with us this evening, for commenting, for sharing the show. Please click on the share button. You can copy the link and send to your contacts, because what we want to talk about tonight is something that is so important and is general, and it's something that can affect anybody, anybody at any time, if you know what I'm saying. So if you listen to the lyrics of that song, the very popular one by Christy Igbeyawo, God bless her, for blessing this generation, from generation to generation. We enjoy that music, and it's been a blessing to us. Orin tó sọ wípé ọmọ mi ṣeun rere tìrẹ dára o, ọmọ mi gbọ́ tèmi tìrẹ dára o. In Nigeria, where we come from, and even all over the world, it is the dream of every parent, or every parent aspires that no parent wishes that their children will not listen to them, will not follow their order, nobody prays that their children will go against their wish. Let me call it that way. Let me put it that way. Nobody prays that their child will go against their will. As we are all raised by parents, and our parents expect us to listen to them, to follow their steps. Oh, hey, thank you for joining me, sis. Hey, Bimi, thank you so much. It's nice to see you on the show. So what we're talking about tonight, is when and if your parents or family members reject your choice of life partner. I'm sure it happens. It has happened in the past. We've seen it happen. We've seen it around. Not every time that you have a choice of life partner or someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, and you bring them home, and the parent says, Nibo, where you foresee this one? No, I'm not accepting this one. So that's what we want to talk about tonight. Now, the question is, what do you do if you find yourself in that situation? But before we get on to that, let's first of all establish this. Why do parents and family reject somebody's choice of life partner? For instance, I found someone, we've been dating, we've been talking, and unlike the days of our fathers, of our forefathers, then they used to choose brides and grooms for their children. They used to help them check. But nowadays it's totally different. In fact, in some cases, we've done it before on this show. In some cases, we find out that they've actually proposed to each other before the parents are even aware of it, which we've talked about on this show. And we asked if that is even okay. Is it okay for my child to have been dating somebody and they have proposed to each other? Mommy, look, I got proposed to. How would you feel? We talk about that on this show. That's not our point of discussion tonight. But our point of discussion tonight is, okay, fine, you've met each other, you've been dating for some time, and then you decided to bring the person home, and you bring the person home, and I don't feel comfortable. Now, let's talk about it. What could make parents reject my choice, so to speak? Let's talk about different reasons why. I don't know what I did with my pens now. Why parents? I think I should have the pen there. Okay, what could be the reason why parents would turn down your choice of life partner? What somebody said, obviously, tribalism and their mentality. They need to stop that. That's coming from a Gen Z people. She said some of the reasons why parents actually turn down. Parents, I hope we are here. This is that of time that I expected our parents to be on this show, because my generation, we are getting close to that stage. Some of us already have children that are married. There are some of us have children that have marriageable age. Some people my age, they already have children that have marriageable age. And I don't know what's going on in there. Somebody just said it. It says some of the reasons is in fact they need to stop it. I like the fact that she said they should stop it, because obviously they can turn down your choice because of tribalism, or what I could call racism, and their mentality, and they need to stop that. That's coming from a Gen Z. Wow. Okay, people, I'm going to hear from mommies. Why, mommies and daddies on this show, why do parents turn down people's choices? Somebody has spoken. She said sometimes it's because of tribalism, sometimes it's because of their own mentality and all. So everybody's quiet. Everybody's quiet. Please tell people that the show has started. Sometimes people come to this show too late, and now they want us to stay on the show and keep discussing after we don't have enough time. So please, What could be the reasons why parents or family could turn down somebody's choice? Hey, Fabulous Funky, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. We're talking about the reasons why parents could turn down somebody's choice of life partner. What could make a parent say, no, I don't want you to marry this person? Why would parents or family members say, no, we don't want you to marry this person? We don't want you to marry this person. So, and they want you to marry, maybe they have an alternative for you. What could make parents to turn down? Hey, Sakina Tella, it's been a while. Thank you for coming on the show, sis. So, for those of you that are just joining, why do parents, or what would make parents want to turn down or reject somebody's choice of life partner? We're talking about that, as somebody has said that one of the reasons is because of their own mentality. I mean, the parents' mentality. And then also, the person also said it could also be for tribalism reason, for the reason of tribalism and all of that. And then somebody else, and she also said that they actually need to stop it. Somebody said the background history. Yeah, I actually like that, because that's, I don't know, I don't want to be the one talking tonight. I want people to actually talk. Yeah, thank you so much, Fabulous Funky, Kalema Akwetoni. Good evening, everyone. Yes, thank you so much, Fabulous Funky. Welcome on the show. Mide has said a few things. We should not discriminate at this time and age. Okay, we're talking that we should not discriminate at this time and age. One of the reasons that people have highlighted tonight as the major reason why most parents turn down their children's choice of partner or family turn down is because of tribalism. It could be because of discrimination, because of their background history, and it could also be because of their own mentality. The mentality of us is different from the Gen Z mentality. In fact, when after Gen Z, which generation will come after that? Because I don't even know. Somebody said it could be because of culture and religion. It could be because of culture and religion. Now, let's also look at this from this perspective. I know that Mommy Joaluluko said we shouldn't discriminate at this time. At this time of life, we shouldn't discriminate. Hey, thank you for joining. I'm Sandy Urge, my beautiful sister. Thank you for joining on the show. It's good to see you on the show. If you're just joining us tonight, we're talking about when parents or family members reject your choice of life partner, and well, we know that at this stage we've already passed that stage. Now it's about our children. Our children are coming on. So what could make a parent traditionally, thank you for joining us, sis, what could make parent turn down your choice of life partner? People have been speaking. Somebody said it could be because of their own mentality. It could be because of tribalism, or what we call discrimination, because of their culture and tradition. Somebody said it could be because of the background history of that person. And then Mommy Joaluluko actually said, in this day and age, we're not supposed to be turning down or rejecting our children's choice of life partner. Okay, we're going to take this one after the other. We've talked about so many different reasons, and there's one that I'm looking for that I haven't seen that is very common. I haven't seen that. Okay, somebody said culture and religion is very common. I cannot be a born again Christian or a pastor and you come home and tell me that the person you want to marry is a Muslim. That kind of thing is one of the reasons that parents also reject or family members reject. I'm looking for one that I've not heard anybody say, and I don't want to be the one to say it. That's another one that people do, and I really want somebody to say. Somebody that maybe mom has seen something in a dream or vision. Nigerian mommies, we can dream. We can so dream. You know that. Nigerian mommies, we can dream. You know that. We can dream. Especially when our mind is not into that thing. You will be seeing all different kind of dream. It could be anyway. They could have seen a vision. They could have seen a dream. And then sometimes parents also visit. I don't know. Some parents do that. They kind of visit spiritual places just to come and go and make inquiries. And they used to do that back in the days as well. For those of us that have gotten my book, it's part of the thing that is in my book, because I'm talking about the Nigerian traditional wedding. what it used to be back in the days, what it is now, what's going to be in the future. In my book, by the way, if you have not gotten that book, go and get it. It's now available at a reduced price on Amazon, £9.99 instead of £25, instead of £24.99. And the Kindle used to be £14.99, it's now £4.99, so there's no excuse. And they will deliver it to your doorstep within 24 hours. Wherever you are in the world, whether in America, in Nigeria, wherever, just order it on Amazon. Somebody said, oh yes, that's the one I was looking for. You got it, sis. M1 event. She says, Olowo ṣọ̀rẹ́ olówó, olóṣìṣẹ́ lẹ́wọ̀tòṣì, kẹ́ni má ní ṣọ̀rẹ́ ara wọn. You know, when the classy, the people on the high class, they say, hold me that I am a noble person in the society. You know, I want to go and bring this, in fact, they will even refer to the person as gold digger. Sometimes it could be that as well. Yes, thank you so much. That's part of the reasons why people kind of reject their children or family reject their family members' choice of life partner. But I don't know how many of us saw this thing that trend on social media lately about a young lady who is I think she's a celebrity. I don't really know her until I saw that news, where she actually got married to her husband. I don't know if that way, and none of the family members attended. They even wrote, they brought out a, what is it called now? Disclaimer to say that we are not part of this. we don't sign to it. Somebody said, that's me. My children can't marry someone from other religion. And yes, we will pray and ask God if the person is the right partner too. Thank you so much, everybody. Your contribution is so important tonight. Please, if you're on this show and you're joining us for the first time, please, it's an interactive show. It's a show where if you don't say anything, it's as good as nothing. I'm just going to be sitting here and be looking like this. The only time this show makes sense is when you say something. So please, I would appreciate if you can kindly say something. You know, if you can kindly say something so that I will know that you are there. I'm trying to accept the person that sent me a request to be in the show. You can also send a request to join the show. You can call me to have your say. Maybe you had an experience when you were growing up, when you're about to marry, or you saw someone that had an experience. What was your experience? Did you regret not listening to your parents? Did you Instagram, you know? I'm trying to accept now. So did you eventually marry the person? What's your experience? Because these things it can come both ways. Nobody knows tomorrow. Somebody said class means nothing to me as long as the person is honest, hardworking, and has got plans for the future. Thank you so much. Somebody said as far as they are concerned, class doesn't matter. Sis, can you exit? Let me send you a request. I think you need to change by last judge. I don't know why he's doing that. Shashana says please exit, then I will send you a request. I think it works better that way. Somebody said that parents, that's coming from Fabulous Funky, she said parents can refuse a partner if they are the same sex, like man versus man. Hey, Holy Ghost fire, Holy Ghost fire. That's a big one. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, parents can reject if they are same sex. That's true. Actually, where we come from, God forbid. Somebody said, God forbid. Somebody said, somebody said fire. Anyway, where we come from is not something that is common, but you know what? That's why one of my advice to a friend of mine whose child actually got married to someone that he doesn't really to. That's exactly what I said. I said, what would you have done? You know, so we have a since I've sent you the request, I hope you're able to accept and come into the show. Now let's go to another question, because tonight we're going to be really strict with time. Let's go to another question. Because this thing is a very wide thing to talk about. So we really need to make sure that we trash it and we make sure that we get to the bottom of it. Now let's go to the next question that I have here, which is When parents don't accept one's choice of life partner, are they always right or are they always wrong? Let's look at it from that aspect. Parents are allowed to reject it if their blood group doesn't match. Thank you so much, ma'am. In fact, that's another reason why parents, for example, some people are so much in love. I love that. Thank you for bringing that up. They're so much in love, and I've sent a request to. It's coming back again. Okay, if you realize that they are the same blood group, genotype, blood, blood, whatever, like AS and AS, we know that the implication of that is not now, but sometimes when people are so much in love, they forget that they can't do that. Hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to accept I sent an invite. I don't know why it's not letting me. Try and see if you can accept now. So people, we're talking about so many reasons why parents actually could insist that you cannot marry the person that you brought home. One of them is racial reasons. One of them is blood type, blood group, and all of that plays a big part. If I know that you are AS and the person you're going to marry as my child, I will do everything within my reach to make sure that you don't marry that person, because I know the implication. I know that tomorrow it will be a big problem and it will affect everybody. Also, they said that sometimes me, governor of Kinikakiko, you now went to bring, that kind of thing. That's another reason. Hey, God bless you, Royal Crown Entertainers. God bless you, sis. It's nice to have you on the show. So, thank you for coming on the show. Pardon me. So, people, we have also all several reasons. Now, the next question I ask, since if you can't get me, please leave me a voice note, because I don't know why it's not letting me get you. I don't know. Please remember that you can call me on this show. You can also send a request to join the show live, but for some reason I've not been able to accept people live. And you can also send us a voice note. A voice note, it will give us the chance to play it to everybody so they can hear you. For those that, hey, Mama Yodele is here. Hey, God bless you, Mama Yodele, for joining us. For those of us that are just joining us, we're talking about reasons, or if parents or family members reject your choice of life partner. We're talking about different reasons why they do that. For class, they're not in my class, they're not in my level kind of reason. For blood type, for religious reasons, for cultural differences, for racial reasons, for tribalism, and all different kind of things. Somebody actually said categorically on this show that she would not allow her child to marry somebody who is from a different religion to her. Mama, you said she was only able to join. I'm glad you're able to make it here now. Okay, now we've asked another question, and the question is, are parents always right? Are parents always right? When they reject or turn down your choice of life partner, are they always right? Because there's this saying that what a child cannot see when they climb an iroko tree, the parents can see it while they are sitting down. Now, that is why you say, they're not as clever as me, they're not as wise as me, I know what I'm saying, you can't marry this person, I'm saying this now. Now, the question is, are they always right, people? Are they always right? Let's talk about that. Please, if you know anyone, or you know any history or any story, or somebody that has been in these shoes before, please feel free to share with us. And when I say if you know any story, whether it is you or someone close to you, that you know that they've been in this kind of situation before, and they eventually married the person, or they did not marry the person, and you think you can learn from that, please do me a favor. Can you share the story? If you cannot call me and you cannot write it, maybe it's because it's a bit too lengthy, leave me a voice note on +44 7828 500938. That's +44 7828 500938. Please, you can leave me a voice note. It will help. We'll play it on here. We'll play it on here so everybody can hear us. So the last question I asked before I go to the next question is, are the parents always right? Are the family always right? Are they always positive? Is it always for positive reasons, or sometimes they can be? Let me play the voice note. Thank you so much, sis, for leaving us a voice note.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Auntie May. God bless you. More wisdom, more knowledge, more inspiration, more strength in Jesus' name. Wonderful topic again for this evening, and I just wanted to contribute my little token as per what we are discussing. And I think it's also important for us as young mothers out there
Let me pause. Can we all hear that person? Can we hear the voice note clearly? Somebody just let us a voice note. I'm playing it. Please thumbs up if you can hear me, because I don't want to just be playing it. Thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up, or an emoji of a thumbs up if you can hear me. If you could hear what this person was saying, because I want us to gain from what she's telling us. Okay, somebody said no. Somebody said yes. Okay, let me increase the volume and then we'll start playing it again. Yeah.
To also play a part in educating our children.
Can we hear now?
Kí Ọlọ́run fún wa ṣe
Àmín.
kí èèyàn máa tọ́ ọmọ kò easy àfi orí ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run àti àdúrà náà la máa fi tì wọ́n lẹ́yìn. It's important to train up a child in the way of the Lord, which is our guideline. And also, it's not just about being rich or being prosperous or being successful, academically, holding PhD or holding a fine job down or making job, which are very vital and important things. But it's also important to educate our children on manners, on characteristics, on certain ethics in life that we should be, just to be a generally nice person. Be somebody that, when you go to your in-laws' house, they'll say, no. But let's lay that foundation. Because we're so focused, we're so focused on, make sure you get a good job, make sure you get PhD, make sure you get masters, make sure you get which is good, don't get me wrong. But let's balance the thing out. Because some people, they have a good education, that we've lined them up with that success, and their character stinks. Sorry to say. I won't be me. Their character is wrong. Yes, we are in the society where everything is soft life. But you are older, like tasty. They do weekly packs or whatever they call these things. All these caterers nowadays. However, let's train our children in a certain way. Okay, putting that one aside, category where I accepting it, because uncle me gone, only my worry about so you start to one lady, it's not occasion don't put so for me. Okay, let's park that one. General mannerism, general behavior, general how to speak to somebody, how to approach somebody, how to address your husband, how to address your in-laws, how to behave. We don't train our children in that manner. Ọmọ wa délé àná tán sì wọ́n ní wọ́n accept ẹ̀ jọ torí tọ́lọ́ ìwà ẹ̀ ò dá. Yes, èéfín ni ìwà ẹ̀ ò dá nígbà débẹ̀ tó ń ṣe gbalagbalagbala kiri tó ní respect tó ní regardless of sorry culture kí ni o move sí mi o kò má ta sí mi personally o black, white, yellow, green, blue, whatever. Story for another day. It doesn't matter to me. However, débẹ̀ kó pọ́n ara ẹ̀ lé pé I know I'm a good person. I have respect. I have regard. I'm somebody that they'll be proud of my parents on my behalf. But some of us, we don't do that. And a lot of even to my GP or why educated emotions or to ìgbéraga ẹlòmíì ti pọ̀ jù wọn ni wọ́n rí gẹ́tẹ̀ wọn láìkẹ́ wọn ṣe gbá wọn ṣàwọ̀ ẹ̀mẹ́jẹ sọ fún yàtọ̀ màmá mi kò lálàá kankan àwọn bàbá mi ò ríran kankan ìwà rí ẹni ò dáa. But hey, let me not take much of your time. I've spent much of the day, about 4 minutes. So God bless us all, and let's keep contributing and making the show lovely. God bless you. See you again next week by the grace of God.
Thank you so much. That's coming from the amazing EMZ traditionally. Thank you so much. Those were amazing and important points. Thank you so much for those that are just joining us. Thank you so much for those that are joining us. For those that are just joining us, quickly we're talking about when parents or family reject your choice of life partner. Why do parents reject your choice of life partner? I'm talking about different reasons. We talk about the fact that it could be because of your character, it could be because of your culture, tradition, your class, your identity, your religion, or so many other reasons like that. Now, for those, and then we ask the question that, are they always right? Are parents always right when they reject your choice of life partner? And then a lot of people have said sometimes they are right, sometimes they're not right. Now, please remember that on this show is an interactive show. I can't do it alone. It goes more interesting and people learn more when you call me. And if you're busy, you cannot call live, you can send me a voice note. This person just sent us a voice note and we played it for everybody to hear. If you have an experience, if you know someone that been in this case and you want us to learn from that person, please feel free to send us a voice note on +44 78285000938 +44 78285000938. And if it is you, you can also use your example, or if you want to play anonymous, it's absolutely fine. Somebody said PhD, doctorate, master degree, beautiful face, body can get you a man, but your character will keep you in that home. Thank you so much. And that's exactly what the caller has just said, the MC traditionally. She said that sometimes, no matter how good you are, how good looking, your blood group, everything is perfect, you got a good job, you got this, you got that, but your character stinks. Now, that will not get you home. Now, and somebody also said on this show as well, as we were speaking, Becky Ewaremo, she also said, now the question I want to ask is, why is emphasis on women? If children is on this show before, where we talked about how the society prepare a girl child for marriage versus how they prepare a boy child for marriage. I noticed that if we're not careful, we're going to deviate from the word life partner. We're going to go on the woman. I have noticed that a lot of people kind of focus on women. But what about the man? What about the man? Don't let us forget that on this show, I have a girl child, and it brings somebody home that I don't like, I can also say no. You understand? It's not just, I just wanted to call our attention to the fact that it's not just about women, it's about men as well. As a man, what could make me say, no, my daughter cannot marry you? Let's think about both sides. Don't let us forget that on this show tonight, it is not just about the women, it's not just about the ladies, we're talking about the man. Now, traditionally say, some people are actually bad characters, bad behavior, if as a man as well, Tony Kole, to work me for the first time, I saw potential son-in-law, and I could see the attitude. I know someone that told me that because the son-in-law came home and tell him hi, that was the end of it. Hi, Mrs. Senika, Mrs. Wu. I mean, she said that's it for her. She said there was nothing again to look at in that kind of man. You're not even a white person. Even a white person, if my child is dating a white potential white son-in-law, I would expect my child to have trained him before they come home that, hang on a minute, look, in my own family, this is the way we behave. In Nigeria, where we come from, you have to respect my mom. You don't call my mom by her first name. You don't tell her hi. I would expect my child to have taught him that. A boy child needs to be respectful with fear of God as well. Yes, ma'am. When we're talking about boy child and girl, it depends. It goes on to both sides. Somebody also said one of the reasons why people can reject the change of life partner, if they bring home the same sex, it will not be our portion in Jesus' mighty name. Obviously, that is a no-no. It will not be. That's an extreme, but it will not be our portion. Somebody also said, Becky says that, of course, we have to train our sons so that they can be good husband and that will be respectful and tolerant as well. So I just needed to remind us that this show tonight, we're not just talking about the girl child, we're also talking about the boy child. Let's talk about us. What was your experience? When you're about to get married, what was your experience? Did your parents just accept the person you took home? Was that a way that you had back and forth? Was there anything that you can remember and say, I'm not by a mom, you need to thank God regret, or thank God that I did not marry him when he now left and I realized that my parents were right. If you have an experience, or you know someone that has an experience that you can share with us, please feel free to share with us. Then also another thing that I wanted us to talk about. We've said it that sometimes parents can be right, sometimes parents can be wrong. So because it's the second question I asked was, are parents always right? Sometimes they are right, sometimes they are wrong. Sometimes, most of the time they are right because they can see ahead of us. But sometimes parents are selfish, parents are self-centered. It's not about what they want. Especially when it comes to status, you can't bring him home with my class, with my level. No, we need to think about it. Sometimes parents are, sometimes they are wrong. Now, let's talk about what are the steps that one can now take to convince parents to accept. For instance, in a situation where you yourself, you are 100% sure that these parents are wrong, or what the parents are complaining about does not really make sense. And we forgot to mention that also, if the person in question is maybe has a challenge, maybe a special need, that's another reason why parents can turn and say, Nibo, Laje, you cannot. That's another thing that can make parents to turn down somebody's choice of life partner. If the person is challenged, if the person has got like a special need, they can say no. So I just remember that I said I should mention that. Now, let's say that this person is actually perfect. You've checked, you've done your homework, it's nice, person is, but the excuse that your parents are giving is not really, it's not really all that. For example, the person is okay, he fears God, he's from the same religion, he's hardworking, he's got home training, she's got home training, and blah blah blah. But they now say, she's from this particular part of the world. So as a result of that, I will not let you marry the person. And you know that this person is good for you and you're 100% sure. How do you convince your parents to kind of reason with you? I just want to throw things open because there's a lot of young people out there who are taking the wrong step. You know, for instance, the person I was talking about that went viral on social media, for the parents or the family to have come up and said, we're not part of this marriage, it means they went ahead without them. They'd be like, I mean, they said they go to hell. They should go to hell. About for what's here, for what's people come, we're going to get married. So please, let's advise. What are the steps that somebody can take if you're finding that mommy, you did that, and you have convinced mommy, you've convinced daddy, and daddy are still insisting, and you know that this person truly loves you, he's a good person, he's hardworking, he's not misbehaving. What can you do? Somebody said, as much as we mothers are role models to our daughters, our husbands must be good role models for our sons too. If we get their marriage issues right, we will all have a peaceful society as well. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, another thing that we need to watch out for. Now, to learn on this, you know, some of the reasons our parents are turning down choice of life partner, they are the fault of the person. For example, that bad character, you know, they become, you're just misbehaving. You're coming from my house for the first time, your attitude, your body language, your speech, everything is rude, you're not polite, you're not, you know, that is your fault. Now, there are some that are not the fault of the person. For example, where you come from, for example, your status, as in how rich or how that might not be your fault. Now, another thing that could be the fault of that person is waywardness. Like somebody wrote, I saw something on social media and I use it as my status. Somebody said, we are telling you to stop doing runs now. We tell you to stop doing runs. We tell you to stop doing hookup. You did not listen. Hey, stop doing hookup. You are not listening. If any of my family members should bring you home, the person said, oh, will be 10 million. Look where I be coco. That, for example, you're doing hookups, you're doing prostitution, you're doing things you're not supposed to do, and they're telling you now you're refusing. Or if I'm aware, for example, if I know you, I'm aware that you've been involved in terminating pregnancies, going wayward, dating multiple people, you know, being wayward, and you come to my family. I will do everything to make sure that my cousin, my family member, or anybody that I know does not marry you. I know that they said that sometimes you have to forgive and let go of the past. That's your past. But sometimes it's better not to go into that past than to now be looking for a rubber to rub it off. You know, I will not encourage my family member to marry somebody that is into hookups and into waywardness and has been doing all sorts of things. That's part of the reason that I will not allow my family members to marry that kind of person. Somebody also said indecent dressing is a capital no for me, and I'm not sorry. Yes, okay, you're coming to me as a young girl, you're coming to meet me, a potential mother-in-law for the first time, and I can see all your boobs, nipple, everything. I will not even talk. I will not talk. I will just call my son to the corner later. Or as a guy, you come to my house for the first time, I can smell weeds, I can notice that. Also, we know that people can pretend. We know people can pretend and hide all those characters, you know, and then later you discover that will not be our portion in Jesus' name. So we understand that. So also, I'm asking, what can you do, people? What can somebody do? For example, your parents are insisting that you cannot marry this person as a young guy or as a young lady, but you know that this person is good. You know that mommy and daddy, they are the one that are wrong, or maybe they are doing it for their selfish reasons. Please, what can you do to convince them? Should you just leave the person? What can you do to somebody said you go labini. Ah, Betty, sis, I beg you, don't let my teeth come outside tonight, yo. 32, Mawasita. What can we do? Let's advise. Let's advise. What can somebody do? What can I do to convince my parents? That because now let me tell you, somebody said pray. Thank you, Midday. You can pray about it. Definitely, you are convinced me. Because like that sister that called and somebody rightly said, sometimes they don't dream. Well, I have an auntie of mine. May I so rest in peace. She actually said she dreamt, and I know it's a lie. Mommy, one la la, one la to la le. That the daughter, that she found the daughter in a coffin, in a casket in her dream, and that the guy she's about to marry is the one that's caused the death. Orodo díẹ̀ nínú pósí o, yeah, má fẹ́ o, Lord have mercy. You know, and we all knew that irọ́ ni, wọ́n rí kankan nínú pósí kankan. You know, it caused delay for the child. And then it was because of the tribe. That one was because of the tribe, because they are Yoruba. The other guy is not Yoruba. I don't want to mention the name of the tribe. And do you know that years after years of waiting, this person ended up still marrying somebody, another person from that tribe. I also have an auntie like that. My granddad actually was saying that so from this particular tribe. I'm trying, because we're online, I'm trying not to mention the name of the tribe. And every suitor that came to this my auntie was also always from this tribe, always from this particular tribe. From this tribe. And my granddad said, over my dead body. Guess what? That my auntie actually ended up marrying somebody from that tribe, and it was over granddad's dead body because it was after he is gone. That's this man. So sometimes we have to be careful. Let our reason not be a selfish reason. Let it not be a reason that doesn't make sense. I know that left to us, we all want somebody from our culture, from our tribe, from our tradition, that is rich, that is handsome, that is respectful, that is. Sometimes we can't have it all. Lord, then somebody said we can pray. There's power in the tongue. We can pray. We can actually ask people who are close to our parents, that we know that our parents actually definitely have a lot of respect for them. We can ask them to speak to our parents on our behalf, rather than, I've seen some young people that say, Mommy, is it that you accept him or you forget about it? If you don't want him, then I'll marry him behind your back. I don't care whether you are there or not. Lord, have mercy. So, he said you can pray the Baba away. So we can pray. We can also ask them to. We can give them time. Sometimes we can give them time, because with time they can actually now eventually see this person from one past another way. But they were small. They were more than you. It's not as bad as we think and everything. And tribe, culture, everything doesn't really matter sometimes. I've been in a situation where two siblings, somebody married from their tribe, go. The other married from another continent altogether. Guess what? The one that married from another, the marriage did not last 6 months. And the other one is still happily married to today. So it's not about that. Somebody said, I strongly believe someone in God's will for you. Against all odds, you will end up together. But the most important thing is to let God's will be done. Yes, thank you, sis. The question I have next is, don't ever say, I don't care, Mommy, I don't care, Daddy, I don't give a damn, I don't give a hoot, I'm going to go. No, try and give them time, pray, ask people that your mommy and your daddy, or that they respect, ask them to speak to them on your behalf. That could be it. And sometimes you also need to kind of step back and see, what is it that my mom actually sees in this person? They might be right, and most of the time they are actually right. Well, if they refuse after all that, I ask the question, can you still go ahead? Is it okay? After I've waited for so long, can I still go ahead? Now, talking about that, I know someone, because when I was going to marry my husband as well, I had a little of, my parents were a little bit skeptical, because they're on the account that, what I'm hearing, I don't like what I'm hearing concerning this person and blah, blah. And my parents were a little bit skeptical. Let me put it that way. You know, I don't know where they went to do their research from. Some of the things they told me, they warned me about them are right, and some of them are not, obviously. There are instances where I've said, if I know, I would have listened to my dad. And there are instances where I said, thank God I did not listen to my parents. You know what I'm saying? So life is not balanced. This life is not balanced at all. Now, I wanted to cite an example. When I was telling one of my auntie Adubo then that my parents don't want me to marry the person I want to marry, and I'm the auntie said, do you love him? I said, yes. Does he do this? I said, yes. Does he do that? Marry, oh. I said, why? She said, Then, I think she was in her late 30s. She said, in my own days, I brought this one. They said he's not a Muslim. I brought that one. They said he's not from this town. I brought the other one. He said she kept on bringing and bringing, and the parents kept on having one thing or the other against this person. And guess what? Till today, this person is close to 60. Till today. So sometimes we have to be careful in the way that we keep on rejecting and turning down people. Somebody said, yes, Becky Waremo, she said, please don't tell your parents you don't care. Cause you must get that parental blessings for your marriage. It's very, very important, people. So people, there's a way. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Loro Kalaga. God bless Alaga Joko with grace. Thank you for the Eniola Alaga MC Money, our late comers. Late you. Late dear boy, late you. So for those that are just joining, we're talking about what to do when your parents or family reject your choice of life partner. We've talked about different things, talking about reasons why they do it. It could be because of tribe, it could be because of culture, it could be because of religion, it could be because that person has disability, it could be because that person has special need, it could be because it's same sex, it could be because the parents just don't feel comfortable, their spirit just does not feel comfortable with that person. It could be for different reasons. It could be because maybe the person's character stinks, the person is lazy or rude or whatever. It could also be because parents have seen that person somewhere, or family members have seen that person somewhere. For example, I told you hook up, I told you run, I told you nisin, to ba da siko yen to ba de ile ẹ̀kọ́ tí mo pe ìwọ tí mo mọ̀ lálẹ́ Ọlọ́run má jẹ́, you will not come into this family. You know, it could be for any reasons. So, but sometimes we also ask a question, are they always right? Are parents always right? You know, when they say you cannot marry this person, yes, sometimes they are right, sometimes they are wrong. When you know that they are wrong and you are right, what do? We've said that a lot of things that you can beg them, you can ask people that they respect to speak to them on your behalf. You can give them time to get over it, give them time. You can also pray about it. Now, one thing that we said we should try never to do is to say, I don't give a damn. And you just say, we go and get married, I don't care. You know, that is one thing that you should never do. In Africa, you don't marry just one person, you marry the whole family, and God will help us. Because there are consequences for being adamant. Please tell me, what are the consequences? Let's mention a few, because we're going to go to Abala Kinshi. What are the consequences of being adamant and say, I don't care, I'm going to marry him anyway, whether you like it or not, that's the person I'm marrying. What are the consequences? There are consequences to it, you know. When your parents refuse to accept your choice of life partner, and you say, and they say, mommy, echo, you care, that's the person I'm going to marry. What are the consequences? People, let's talk. I don't want to be the one saying everything. What are the consequences? What is likely to happen in a situation where you refuse to take your parents' blessing and you still go ahead and marry that person, and you see that I don't care, I'm going to go ahead and marry this person? Somebody said broken family. Obviously, you already have broken family. Your family is already broken. From that time onward, you are not part of your family anymore. You know, of course, we know there are some very bad families. Don't get me wrong. There are some very nasty families that you don't even care to lose. But, you know, in most cases, there's broken family. Then another thing is you have to, one might regret it for a lifetime. If things go wrong in that family, where do you run to? You know, curses. People, you don't want you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want your parents to curse you. Somebody said, which means in the end, it's the end that justifies the means. Hey, Kamosi! Welcome on the show, ma'am. It is well. It's better to be late than never. It could be anything else, you know. And for everything, you need your support system. Your family is supposed to be your support system. If you say to them that I don't give a damn, and that person that you're running after, that you're following, knows that you already don't have any connection with your family, that could give that person an advantage to abuse you. You know, that kind of thing. So you have to be careful. Somebody said negative consequences, and there are no parental blessings, no family to go back to if marriage fails. A lot of things could go wrong, and God forbid if that person falls sick and anything. There are some tribe in Nigeria that if that person should lose their life in the presence of that marriage, that person will be in trouble. That sin, you know, God forbid, we're not praying for that. A lot of things could go wrong, and that's exactly why we need to kind of calm down. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing evening. Time is surely not our friend on this show. Bukenko says he or she would deny herself parental blessings, which is very vital if they are alive. And obviously your body cannot be nice, cannot be as interesting as when your parents are there. A lot of things could go wrong, people. So tonight we've been able to learn a lot. If you're joining us late, this is one of the most important episodes of this show. It is season 20, episode 7, and we're talking about what happens when parents or family reject your choice of life partner. What could you do? What can you do? So watch it from the beginning, and you can see add your own comments after you watch this. A lot of things, you know. So we're going to move straight to the next segment, which is Thank You Yahoo Baba, which is Abalakini Kinshe. And that's Abalakini Kinshe. We only have 5 minutes to discuss it tonight, so I'm going to play a clip for us to listen to, because it's easier for us to understand from that angle when we kind of play a clip. Things are happening, though. Things are happening. I will not lie to you. Unconsciously. So I'll just quickly play the clip. Hold on, please. Give me a second. I'm trying to retrieve the it is well. Yeah.
Everything that belongs to me is going with me.
No, you're not going with my kids.
Excuse me?
I said pack things that belong to you, and my kids are not going with you.
They belong to me as well. I gave birth to them.
Yes, even though you get birth to them, but these are my kids. My kids are here with me.
Are those all your stuff? My friend, go inside there and check something else again. There's another bag in there. Make it quick.
You are not going with my kids, I said.
Cool down. For your information, these are not your kids. They are my children. You are not their father. Did you hear that? Should I make it clear to you? They are not your children. You are not their father. Go and double check that. You're not their father. You hear me?
That I'm not their father?
Yes. How? Let me shock you. How? Okay, I remember. Very well. That's proof. Check this. Everything that belongs.
So people, that's one of the Abalakini Kinshe. Did we hear that, people? If we're not, thank you for joining us, ma'am. MC Mona, thank you, Bashira, for joining us. Thank you so much. So that's a segment, you know, the segment that we've just listened to. Network, okay. You mean you didn't hear that? Do you want me to play it again? Please. You haven't got a lot of time. Do you want me to play that clip again? How many of us did not hear it? Did we hear that? Or if you want me to play it again, just give me a thumbs up. If you want me to play it again, give me a thumbs up so that I can quickly play it again. Somebody said it's not very clear. Okay, let me just do it again. Or if I play it again and you can't hear it, then I will have
that belongs to me. It's going with me.
No, you're not going with my kids.
Excuse me?
I said pack things that belong to you, and my kids are not going with you.
They belong to me as well. I gave birth to them.
Yes, even though you get birth to them, but these are my kids. My kids are here with me.
Are those all your stuff? My friend, go inside there and check something else again. There's another bag in there. Make it quick.
You are not going with my kids, I said.
Cool down. For your information, these are not your kids. They are my children. You are not their father. Did you hear that? Should I make it clear to you? They are not your children. You are not their father. Go and double check that. You're not their father.
Okay, let me just give us a summary of what it is. There's a couple having a big argument, and the woman started packing her stuff that she wants to leave, and then she took the children. And the man said, if you're going, you can go, but you can't go with my children. And the woman told the man, looked at him straight in the face and said, these are not your children. You're not the father. I'm taking them to their father, actually. they're not your father. And the man said, excuse me, how do you mean? These are children I've been raising for years. And the man said, no. The man said, you can't. He said, no, they're not your children. And the man was arguing. The woman brought out a paper and said, this is the evidence. They're not your, go and do your research. What will you have that kind of man do? Please, let's quickly say something. Obviously, he said they are not, it's not their father. And this is a man that have been raising these children for only God knows. So people, what would you do? In that situation, what do you want this person to do? You know, what would this person do in this kind of situation? Because sometimes all these things, we think that we're just bringing them up, but this is something that is happening. That was actually a real life incident. What would want that kind of person to do? What would the man do in that kind of situation? Because we've seen where a man suddenly starts stabbing the woman out of anger, out of annoyance. What would you have this person do? Please, alone, God forbid, you not be our portion in Jesus' name. So, in that kind of situation, what would you want the man do? Mommy, said, things are happening now. You know that myself and somebody was having a conversation yesterday, and the person was saying things that happened to her in her family when she was growing up. And I was saying this person, I said, you're lying. You cannot, it is not true. I said, because I've seen this particular story you're telling me in a Nollywood movie, so you must have watched that Nollywood movie. And that's what he said, no, this is exactly what happened to her now. I'm like, what? Because some things we believe that it cannot happen, but it's happening. Somebody said, just allow her to go for that time to avoid killing someone. Yes, yeah, that's one thing again. At least for that moment, because one can, you know, yes. There's a lot of things on that clip that is so sad, you know. Obviously nowadays, people now start saying we should legalize DNA in families. You've been with a man for months, for years, you have 3 kids for this man, and now you have an argument, you're telling the man they are now your kids. And you even have the confidence to say that to the man. You know, someone said, let him do a DNA, and if they are not his, he should just let go. Heal and start afresh with his eyes wide open. That's another thing. We're not talking about young couple, we're talking about a couple of about 15 years together. Those kids that are in that video, they are like in their maybe 10, 12, and 7. You know, where does this man start from? It's not be our portion in Jesus' name. Let me play this last one. This one will shock us. God forbid, it's not going to be our portion. But let me just play this last one. This is one that is even.
Tell me who got you pregnant. I need you to tell me who got you pregnant, or you're getting out of my house right now. How many men have you been with?
One. I don't know.
You don't know? You're getting out of my house right now.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Okay, tell me. Gina, what are you saying? Thomas, why is Gina looking at you?
I don't know.
Thomas, did you get my daughter pregnant?
No, I didn't. No.
Gina, did Thomas get you pregnant? Gina, answer me.
Yes. Okay, I will summarize it. This is another story. A couple, they've been together for years and years as well, and they now have a teenage daughter, and the mother suddenly realized that the daughter was behaving funny, and then she found out that the daughter was actually pregnant. And after scolding the daughter, saying, I will chase you out of the house, who got you pregnant, blah, 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 the girl actually pointed to the stepfather. This is a stepfather that has been in this life child since age 8. And this child is now 16. And this man actually is the one responsible for the pregnancy of this young girl. And the woman is now asking him, how long has this been going on? Under my roof, under my nose, and I did not even notice. And the man said, no, it was just once. And it was because I was drunk. Please forgive me. You know, this is a foreign. This is like in America. This happened in America. If you watch, somebody said that here. If you watch, I don't really watch Agidigbo radio. Sometimes some of these things that they are saying there. Sometimes I just assume that shaking it impossible, you know. But sometimes these things happen. These things do happen. Lord have mercy on us. So I don't know. What would you have that kind of woman do? Should she chase the man? Of course, the man is gone. The relationship is ended with the man. I know that one for sure. Because I don't even know if she has children with that man or not. But this is a daughter that she's had from a previous relationship, and that's meant to be her stepfather. Somebody said he must go to jail. Lie. Definitely, one thing that we need to understand that this has to be reported. People are just crazy. I'm telling you, things are happening. I've been seeing things online these days, and I'm like, so possible. Things that are happening nowadays is crazy. This one, a mental health issue. Well, I don't want to believe so. I think the man is just a nuisance and a predator. Somebody said, me, I will make sure I jail the stepfather and get the daughter to abort the pregnancy if it's safe to. Yeah, I think that would be the best thing to do. Somebody said, was the child drunk as well? People like that, even if the child is not drunk, we're talking about 16, she's still a minor, number one. People like that is just lying. I'm not sure that would be the first time. I'm sure it's been molesting the child. People that do that, they are probably threatening the child. You know what I mean? They threaten the child. They will say the child, if you tell somebody I will kill you or stuff like that. That's a big, you should see, big, huge man. So it's not something that the child can just confront or something like that. You can see the fear in the child as well. And one thing again, yes, up by one straight, that kind of man should be castrated. Castration, castration, yes, not mental health. He knew what he was doing. So in this case, this is why I've seen a lot of single moms, widows. If you encourage them to remain, I want to know magic. I won't show. Because I won't fake with a concomitation. What's going on in our society? I sent a video to somebody earlier today. There's a video that's been going on and trending online as well. A young baby of 4 years old that they are sexualizing. The basic thing we to do to your life, ensuring. Well, situations are different. If you know that circumstances like this, and it's not meant that you should not be paranoid. But let's pay attention. Somebody said, I go make sure you will never use this. Yeah. Somebody said, you go chop the prick away. This is why parents should be close to their children. And he is being arrested. Yeah, I'm sure he will have been arrested. Not under influence of any alcohol, is just loose. We need to pay attention. And this is not for us to be paranoid. And if you are paranoid, you have every reason to. Because nowadays, I hate to budget. And this thing is not just happening, it's been happening. That's the only reason why we are seeing it now is because there's social media. People now have the opportunity to cry out, to put things out there. And on shows like this as well, we can see that this is happening. This is not something I just read for us. It's something that's happening. And it's not going to share. It's something that's happening. They will tell you things happening around them. We need to be close to our children. We need to calm them down. We need to not scream. We need to not be too busy. Sometimes parents can be too busy for these young ones. Because I just wish I could continue on this show, but obviously we know that we have a time limit, which we have spent about 7 minutes past the time limit. I cannot thank you guys enough, honestly. You guys have just been amazing. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here at all times. Please, if you're here to grab your copy of this book, it's now available for just $9.99 instead of $24.99. You can give it as a gift to newlyweds or couples that are about to get married, that are about to do their traditional weddings. They don't understand how to shall I listen, but this is the encyclopedia of Nigerian traditional wedding, where they can understand everything. Some people on this show they've ordered theirs. Anywhere you are in the world, anywhere you are, you can order it. You can order it and it will be delivered to you, whether in America, Nigeria, anywhere you can order it and it will be delivered to you. For those of you that are asking me, delivery charge, online. But you send links. So if you need a link, please inbox me and I'll send you a link again. You're going to get a Igbeyawo. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you. Massive thank you to you guys for always being here. Without you, there is no Eto Igbeyawo. And we're looking forward to our 200 special episode. Today is episode 197. By the grace of God, we are nearly there. We are preparing. If there's anything you want to support us, you want to encourage us with, you want to inbox us, please feel free to do so as we prepare for the 200th episode. As I close on this particular show, what's the name of this girl? So Please, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say big thank you to us. How only you buy lórí ètò lẹ́nu gẹ́gẹ́ bá ṣe máa ń sọ lọ́sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ wípé ó máa ń wọ̀n ní ká jẹran pẹ́lẹ́nu àmọ́ òun fa ọ̀nà fún kò ń gbà fún wa tó bẹ́ẹ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ Yorùbá náà ló pòwe o. Wọ́n ní pé kì í dùn kó pọ̀, wọ́n ní kì í pọ̀ kó dùn, wọ́n ní ṣókí báyìí òun lọ bẹ̀ oge. Ẹni yìí la máa fi àdàgbà ètò yìí la máa fi rọ̀ sílẹ̀ ní títí ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Èmi Olúwabùnmi Ayọ̀ Àṣìbẹ̀rù mo wọ́n fàsìkò sọ fún wa wípé lílọ ni mò ń lọ yìí ogun ó lọ kò dé kò ní bá mi ogun ó dé kò bá wọn kò ní jẹ́ tiyín ayọ̀ ìdùnnú àlàáfíà ìfọkànbalẹ̀ tí mo fi yín sílẹ̀ ní òun náà ni màá tún padà wá bá yín lọ́sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run wọn nífẹ̀ẹ́ nǹkan kan nínú wa ṣàwátì mo wọ́n fàsìkò sọ fún gbogbo wa wípé láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o wọ́n ní láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o ẹ̀yin ò ní forí gun èmi ò ní fẹsẹ̀ kọ o mọ́tò yòówù ká lè wọ̀ kó ní forí sọ̀gì o láyọ̀ la ó máa la ó máa pàdé láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Okay, MC Monite, I got you. I will bring a tutorial one of these days. Thank you so much. See you next week, everybody, by the special grace of God. God bless you.
Traditional wedding. Ẹ̀bùn lóríṣiríṣi many gives away. Best of traditional wedding. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó bọ̀ ní lọ́gán. Best of traditional wedding. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Ètò best of traditional wedding ló lọ lọ́wọ́. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó bọ̀ ní lọ́gán. Best of traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram. Every Tuesday on Facebook. 6 p.m. UK time. Every Tuesday on Facebook. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye. Best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye. Best of.
Thank you so much, everybody. See you next week by the grace of God. God bless you. Bye.